Is dead after a crane collapse at a West Carrollton business. Good evening, I'm Mark Allen.
And I'm Michelle Kingsfield. Authorities say he was working on the crane at Appleton Paper in the 1000 block of Alex Bell Road when it fell.
Holly Samuels live with tonight's Top Story at 5. Holly?
Mark and Michelle, we are live at Appleton Paper. Take a look behind me just so you can get an idea of what we're looking at here. The big part of the building there, that main white part, is where officials say this accident took place inside. And that's where right now OSHA is focusing an investigation, trying to figure out what made this crane collapse. Also, late this afternoon, Appleton brought in counselors to talk to employees who witnessed this tragic accident that cost what we're told is a 39-year-old contractor his life. CareFlight makes a quick landing just before noon after West Carrollton crews responded to a call of a man who was trapped under a crane.
The boom from the crane fell. We're not sure exactly the details of why that happened at this point, but it fell on top of one of the contractors and pinned him underneath it.
Fire Chief Jack Keister says the man was only pinned under the crane for about 10 minutes before fire crews and medics arrived. The victim had already lost a lot of blood when crews rushed him to CareFlight on a stretcher.
It's a crushing type injury. The crane is used to lift the big paper rolls, so the boom itself weighs somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 tons, which is like 10,000 pounds. Fell from a pretty good height and it crushed him across his pelvis.
The victim was transported to Miami Valley Hospital by CareFlight, where he later died. Officials say the man worked for Crane Pro, a crane maintenance company based in Springfield, Ohio. He was working on the crane inside the Appleton building just before it collapsed. It's a tragedy that's hit fellow employees and emergency crews especially hard. Fire Chief Keister says the victim was alert and talking while crews worked to get the weight off his body. But although they did everything they could, the crane had done too much damage to recover from. Well, the Montgomery County Coroner's Office is not yet releasing the victim's name. They're still trying to identify his family. I did speak to Crane Pro this evening, and they tell me that they are doing everything they can to work along with OSHA during the investigation and to help comfort the victim's family and his fellow employees as they work through this tragedy. Reporting live at Appleton Paper in West Carrollton, I'm Holly Samuels, 2 News on your side.